Another week. We back. We always having some technical difficulties.
We need a new engineer, yo.
Yeah, we might have to fire John. Like, no, we
I was trying to get off.
He wasn't even trying to be on it.
Yo, ain't even want to hook up his mic.
Intentionally. He wasn't even telling me.
I was ready.
All right, so we got a couple guests. Welcome back, Gabby. What's up, AJ?
What's up, everybody?
AJ, we gotta introduce AJ.
You know who AJ is on there?
I don't think the world know.
Oh,
Check his IG though. His IG.
Yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself, AJ.
All right, well,
Superstar.
Superstar. Well, I'm AJ. You can follow me. I don't know what y'all want me to say, but you can follow me at Aaron X Schaefer. But I will type it in the actual comments so you can follow it. Yeah, I type it in the comments.
And I got a new IG account too, John. What is it?
Oh.
so folks can follow me.
Oh man.
Ghost host was taken.
So hold on. I wasn't ready for you.
I'll just
Shout out to IG.
Yeah.
It's the M Palmer.
Yeah, I got an IG secretary. And he just put
the
my page
M
up
Palmer
for me.
is.
Wait, I want to say mine.
I didn't know we was really doing this though.
Right. How did this turn into promoting? Well, go ahead.
Okay, it's Gabrielle, GABRIELLE, Gabrielle Nicole.
Tell you gotta type it in the comments so
gotta
they
type
can
it
just
in.
follow.
I'll type it in.
Why do everybody be having the longest
That's
name?
kinda crazy.
It's just our names along. That's
We just can't get
That is kind of
AJ
crazy.
underscore or something.
My name on there is
underscore.
Jonathan B. Like that
John
makes
B.
sense.
That's super original.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. Yo.
Nothing wrong being
But
wild.
let's go and start this topic. Yeah, I'm about to say because y'all been throwing a lot of shots. It was all good.
This is gonna be a good one.
Yeah, all right, no. So we got, the rest of us, y'all know us. So you got,
Marcus.
Nigga, you know,
Okay.
Palmer.
It's Palmer.
Hold up. Time out. When I say to go around the table, don't nobody say nothing.
I'm about to do is I'm doing ad libs this episode.
Oh, you got it.
I
Yeah.
can hear it now. So I'm going back.
Bitch ass Palmer.
Oh, there you go.
Why can't that be his Instagram name?
Bitch ass Palmer.
No, I got bitch ass nigga Palmer.
Oh,
yeah.
That's about
But
right.
we got made bitch ass nigga like an acronym. So got like B.A.N.
You thought the shit out.
Yeah. He been thinking about that for a while.
For a
He's
minute.
Coco.
Nah,
Okay. All right, but Maul and then John. What up, fellas?
What's up?
What's going on?
And lady again. All right. But this week we talking about. I think we gonna do something slightly a little different.
21 questions.
Yeah. Well, it ain't 21, but we got an article by her name is Madame Noir.
That's the site.
Or the site. Okay, Madame. No, I don't know.
Uncultured.
Everybody already knew that though. If you've been listening.
right.
It's like that's not
uncultured elitist.
Right.
But the title of the article.
Don't catch the bus ass nigga.
All right. So the title of the article is 10 Unacceptable Cycles Black People Have to Change. That's deep in itself. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to talk about what y'all think is about to get into before we even go into the 10 things? Anybody?
I think this is gonna get. I know where I'm going. It's gonna be. I got to bring racing. That's what I do.
I mean, that's where you start every time. Man.
But it's.
Everything started racist.
But the
Yeah.
the word is black.
Black
Like
people.
you're not black.
They
you know?
interject the race into the whole topic. Yeah.
I mean, and it's gonna get like as we read these, so it's gonna get even more racial. I'm not even like because I mean it literally is all about
Cousin Tom here though. We good.
stereotypes of
Yeah,
black people.
cousin Tom, cousin Mel.
So,
Yeah.
I hate to be the woman in the room full of men, but
You hate to be the woman in the
the
room.
site is Madame Noir, which is black. So this is a black.
I thought this was a black podcast.
I feel like she-
Nah, this is a podcast that has
I
black.
feel like this article is bashing black people a little bit.
Not bashing.
I
but
think
feel
she
like
is
it's
doing
for
hella
black
shit.
people. Like,
Let's throw the first topic out
All
there.
right, so the first topic, number 1, sexual promiscuity. I knew I was gonna mess
Nice.
it up. Did I get it?
No, I think you got it. Yeah.
Jackpot.
We go with that.
Okay.
We go with that.
So it says, we lead in new and existing HIV infections. HIV is killing our community,
Government plant.
whether hetero or homosexual. Although we need to become more responsible and more educated about such killer diseases, abstinence as a mere form of self-respect
Restraint. Yeah.
should be advocated.
So I can start because I already know.
That
So I think one of the first episode I was talking about. I feel as though sex is a spiritual, an act of spirituality. It's not just an act of physical. It's not just recreational. It's just not just just doing it. Basically, that's how I feel. So I understand that. So far as the sexual promiscuity, promiscuity.
We doing good.
Yeah, so
black man.
yeah. Don't talk about my grammar. But
Just don't spell
but
it.
but because of that, I feel as though we don't value, and sex is not sacred to us. So I kind of that's how I feel. It's not sacred. It's used as like games and it's a joke.
Sex is used as a game.
I think it's used as a game.
It's like a sport.
And it's like a sport. Yeah, like I think a lot of guys use it as sports. And matter of fact, and that's my generalization for the night. I know I'm giving one tonight. That's my generalization.
No, you got 10 more.
All right, cool. Okay, but that's what I'm saying. So I know Palmer rebuttal.
No, I don't.
You ain't got nothing.
No.
You got nothing? You agree with this?
Absolutely not.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I have something to say.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank
So I
you,
read
Gabby.
something on Twitter, and it was saying that women store DNA from every sexual partner that they had. Y'all think that's true?
I heard that.
Damn, so pussy's a locker.
Yeah,
I mean, if they're getting ejaculated in or having unprotected sex, but I don't think if you're using protected sex to get in the DNA or type of fluids.
Sex.
I know, but how are you storing DNA if fluids not being exchanged?
Spirit.
Soul
Oh
ties.
my God.
Soul ties.
Do you believe in God? Oh, you're.
No.
No.
Yeah, so when y'all get that spirituality stuff, that's when y'all just lose me.
It's not. When I say spirit, it's not.
Yeah, but I just get
like,
supernatural, paranormal. And that's
Yeah.
when I'm like, I watch TV for
I love that.
stuff like that.
Metaphysical shit is mine.
Okay.
So do you believe that? You believe that?
Absolutely. I think you form cords with every sexual partner you have, protected or unprotected.
Mm-hmm.
I think the DNA thing is true. I think all of it's true.
So,
With
I guess
sexual
that's
beings.
where I'm at. Like,
I mean, not spiritual beings.
why
I mean,
sexual,
sexual.
I don't think sexual promiscuity is a black thing, right?
Nah,
It could be an all
No.
person
definitely
thing.
not. It's a human
But-
thing.
Somebody,
I don't think it's a bad thing.
that this
Actually,
is a
it's
black
human-
site,
human
and
and,
they're saying like it's
and-
something that we don't
yeah.
need to do because
See,
full
this is gonna get me
disclosure,
jammed up.
like this is very
is
personal.
that?
Have you? Well, you guys can't relate.
Dang.
With
Why you
sexual-
throw? Hold on, Gab. Why you always throwing shots
You're
at
not a
us?
woman. You're not a
Well,
woman.
what can't we relate with?
I know, right? Yeah, what?
You like
We feel.
I'm
Yeah,
sure this
I
get
has
feel.
happened for women. I mean, it could have, but the chances are less likely. Like being with a sexual partner, and before you have sex, you ask like, "Oh, well, like who's the last person you had sex with? How long ago?"
You think
And
guys
they
don't
look at
ask
you
that?
Like you like trying to get into their business. Like I feel like that should be standard.
Yeah, it should be that
Is
question.
that what you do every
Yeah.
time?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the whole sex
The
question.
whole
there.
interrogation
It's a
before.
mood
Not in
killer.
the, I feel like
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
It's a question.
Value
of
in your
multiple
life
choice.
can't be a mood killer. Yeah.
Tell you my history.
It's like
But
You gotta
it's something
protect
that-
A, B, C, D is like all the above.
What?
It's like, is it multiple choice? The question there.
No, it's. I mean, it's.
So you
something
saying
about
before you have sex with a partner, you should always
Not
you should
right
know.
then and there, but I'm saying like it's something. That
It has to be right then and there.
Yeah.
Sex is about to
I
happen.
was about to
Age
say,
is
you
real.
asked afterwards?
Like,
What do you?
I mean, but why you wait till
Yeah,
after though?
Too late.
Won't you?
wait, what?
But like, why would you wait till after?
No, I don't wait till after. I'm saying like at some point.
I'm trying to. So
That
I
should
guess
be
where I'm
asked.
trying to picture like y'all in the mood, right?
I don't think the
No,
question
I'm
should
not
come up
saying
then.
no.
So we
Yeah.
assume-
Maybe at
we assume-
Friday or
like-
something like
we
that.
assume you
What
said
I
it as
was
in the mood.
referring to was like just
Prior
in
to.
general
Alright.
asking like a partner that question before you even like. Let's say you're thinking about in your head like, okay, I'm about to do this. They don't even know it. I'm gonna just ask these questions to see how they react, and they act like you're asking them like, what's the pin to their ATM card?
I mean, but-
like,
I mean,
But,
I
like,
can
how-
give you my ATM card, 'cause
How
you
is me
numbers.
telling you who I was last with help you if you don't really know them?
That's a great
not
Like, if you don't
who
know
were
them.
last with.
How you know
Well,
you're
it
telling the
depends.
truth?
Yeah,
It
I can tell you.
depends on the
I mean,
situation.
if you ask how many bodies, that's understandable.
But you can tell the
like-
person what they
Not
want to hear
even
too.
that. Like, when was the last time? Was it protected? Was it not?
Okay.
When's the last time you've been tested? That type of
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Oh, that's standard.
That's
Yeah.
standard.
That's understandable.
Look, but
Some
AJ,
men
but
act
AJ
like
brought up a
that's-
good point. Does body count matter?
Message.
No.
Yeah.
As she take a sip.
Sis.
I say
No.
no.
I'ma
because,
kill this
like,
episode with
when you
ad
ask
libs.
that question, you get out of it.
A lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lie.
What do you get?
A lie.
Okay, so let me ask you, how many people have you had sex with?
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
So how you gonna have
On
sex with?
live?
Yeah, you know what?
And
On
moving
live.
So,
On IG Live.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
so,
That's a lot.
You don't gotta answer that question. you
That's a
know?
lot. Y'all wouldn't even tell you to answer that. Don't answer. Don't
Please,
answer.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nah, I ain't even messing up
Go ahead,
nobody's
sidestep that.
lives, yo.
You'll step that
Like,
question.
I ain't trying unsolicited life-changing views.
Unsolicited intervention and shit.
I
No,
don't
but-
think it matters because
So does it matter if so the body count? So as a woman, you know how guys look at women. If you have a high body count, of course you're looked at a certain way. But guys, of course, we're glorified. How you feel about that?
they glorify a low body count.
No, high body count.
High body count.
for men.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
'Cause of
Say it one
sport.
more time, I'm sorry.
So like it's like Mo say, it's a sport for most guys. So exactly, if guy has a whole bunch of bodies, he's the man.
According to the other guys or according to the females? Like, I
According
don't
to
think
society.
females be like,
I hope not.
oh, he got a lot of bodies. I think he's hot now. Like, I think guys might
So
not.
you're
Like,
No.
We're
I
not
think
gonna
some-
act like act like women don't like guys don't get biased off of like gossip that women say like, oh yeah, I slept with him like last year.
Yeah.
Oh, like how was it? Oh,
yeah,
all
I
right.
hear what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Oh,
You don't think that happens?
So
You gotta be a low down,
front
dirty,
for this podcast.
ratchet type of
Yeah.
something to see. I say I slept with somebody last year and hold on to that. Like that's pretty.
People do it though.
people do
But I think
That's
that's
nasty.
relative.
Listen, if I
So-
stop messing with you, I don't even know you.
So I was talking to somebody about this topic yesterday, right? Shout out to Bree and Rita. They not on here right now, but they probably will. They'll listen to it. But long story short, so it said like black people, most black people, and this is a stereotype, so I
Thanks.
don't want y'all to jump on me.
Yeah, I was about to.
But most
was
black people,
already.
right? Like, it's promiscuity is prevalent in white and black culture, right? We
Okay.
can agree.
That's
with that.
agreed. And actually, I think it's more promiscuity in white cultures.
Right,
That's a
and
whole
that was the
different
point they were
ballgame.
making, and they were
Definitely.
basically
You
saying
just don't know about it.
that white people were so much more educated on sexual being and sexual thing, and they're more upfront. They're more like Gabby saying, like they'll tell you if they got something. Yeah, I got herpes, guy. I'm just not, you know what I'm saying.
That's a little too open.
Whereas though we kind of hold that stuff, like we feel more embarrassed about it as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, just saying what it is. And I just want to know, do y'all agree with that?
I think that is a taboo in the black community. We're not as open and honest about a lot of things.
Because you seen us dirty.
Yeah,
Right.
because we're very proud people, and we feel as though any blemish on anything, we're not going to. We don't want to be seen in a certain light. So I think that's kind of what taints and tarnishes that. And actually, us not being honest with each other and first and foremost ourselves is kind of what sometimes hurts us.
Y'all start to yourself. And which is why people are out here having sex with 10 to 20 people in the first place, because they don't love themselves. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, I can't
feel
agree
like
with that.
it's
I
not-
don't. I can't. You can't make that generalization.
It's probably-
you cannot make that face and not say
Yeah.
that. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah,
So
it's
if you love yourself, you out here having sex with 20
but
people.
hold on.
Yeah, you just love
What?
sex.
How does you having sex
Just
with a
love
bunch of
sex.
people mean?
Some people do just love sex.
Yeah, and plus like you never know like
they
some
love- they
sometimes
love
sometimes
themselves
some
that much
people
to keep having it.
some people might have gone through something you never know. Like it's not that they don't love
Yeah.
themselves. It's probably that situation, or like they might just have a sexual, like y'all said, have a sexual
high sex
addiction.
drive,
Like
yeah.
a high.
So you
sex
saying-
drive.
you
It's not that they
equating-
don't love themselves.
That's like saying like, oh yeah, I like food. I don't love myself. But I'm gonna keep eating these motherfucking fried chickens or these hamburgers.
Oh, so it's personal.
Oh, so
Okay.
you know from experience from
I can eat
different.
fried chicken, and I know I'm not supposed to eat it, but I eat it.
So you
anyway.
think
But if I love myself more, I'm not saying they don't love themselves at all. But if I love myself more, I wouldn't do things to harm myself.
why is sexual? So you think sexual promiscuity is harm to yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's
It
right.
can-
It can
depends
it
on who-
can-
it depends.
It taints your
It
character.
depends.
Yeah, I think it is too. But I just wanted to bring that point out of you.
So y'all agree with that?
What's that? That sexual promiscuity harms yourself?
Yeah.
I just don't think you should let everything into your spirit world.
Yeah.
And the sun's
It depends on who it's with.
So what if you like Palmer and don't believe in spirit? So
I mean, that's what he subscribes to. I'm not trying to change how he feel.
So is he wrong if he hypothetically is out here sleeping with a whole bunch of people
So I mean,
because he doesn't feel that spirit's transfer? So
that's his moral code and that's what he lives by. I think people. I mean, if you share
we
similar,
gonna judge him on it?
I'm not gonna judge him on it.
Yes, you are.
You trying to make me judge him?
Come on, Kanye East.
I'm not gonna judge him on it. You know why? Because I feel as though by judging them, it says more about you. If you're judging somebody, it says a lot more about you.
That's a whole other topic, bro.
Yeah, it says a lot more
Yeah,
about
it's
you
a
when
whole
you're judging
nother
somebody.
So hypothetically.
And I'm not gonna lie, this is coming from a judgy guy.
I'm
Like I used to be very.
So hypothetically.
Hold on.
say-
Okay,
say-
Gabby, a lot of smoke, yeah.
Yeah, so say you're in a dating world, right? You talking to a chick, she got 30 bodies. She only been having sex for 3 years. What you gonna say? You judging her?
Ooh, that ratio.
30
You gotta
bodies.
You gotta
Yeah,
do
that's
30.
only like
That's 10 a year.
One person a month. You take 2
mean,
months off.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah.
So you
Nice
saying?
little
All
equation. Nice little equation.
right. So you saying if she has 30, am I judging her?
Yeah, I'm just saying, just in general, like, you are judging her.
Yes.
You're thinking too long.
I am going to judge her.
You calling her a hoe
But-
right now?
And you know what's funny?
Right.
And as much as I actually say I will judge her because I know what I will do in the moment, I don't think it's right.
It's not right.
Can I say something?
She's
I just
sexually
wanna say
liberated.
something.
I'm enough
I feel
to
like
s-
in a room full of men, I have to give this disclaimer. It's nothing wrong if a woman wants to have sex with
It's
other
not.
people.
Not at all.
It's not at
Nothing
all.
wrong with that in this age of female liberation.
Yeah.
And
I'm
men
agree
going
with you.
down under Me Too and niggas ain't whatever, blah blah blah.
It's all
Women
equal
can do whatever
now.
they want. 'Cause
Exactly.
Men have been doing whatever they want.
Men have been sluts for
So
years.
okay, so we're gonna talk.
Here come that man bashing.
I
Yes,
said
go ahead.
the
Don't-
disclaimer.
but okay,
No,
so-
I just had to say
Setting
a
it up.
disclaimer.
So
We're
why?
not gonna get past
Check
the
out
first
the system one
I
time.
don't understand why you feel as though that we. I get black woman struggle. I ain't gonna say black
Okay.
woman. I see the woman struggle. So, and I think I had this conversation with my fiance, and she said, "You see it, but at the same token, what are you doing to help it?" And I think that's where we went at odds because not at odds, but we was talking, and I was just like, what should I do? What do I do? Do I put that on my IG? Like I love women. Like I support the movement, and it's like sometimes you struggle in figuring out like what do I do to support? Like I'm not supporting.
Join Amber Rose's walk.
So I need to join the what?
I'm not
Which
saying
is
that.
indifferent.
So hold on, what are y'all doing to support?
Oh, I didn't.
I'm not subscribing to that.
That's why I
No,
had to
so,
get that disclaimer,
what's
'cause
crazy-
it was
no,
turning
I
into
agree with you on this, like-
women bashing thing. I
No, it's
saw
not.
it
I'm
going
not
that
women bashing.
direction.
No, I'm not women
We talking
bashing.
about sexual
What I'm saying is,
promiscuity.
I'm all for women empowerment. But I'm saying, like John said, what do you want?
What do you want?
What do you want us to do?
Equality.
No, you,
No, I'm saying no. I'm
But, like,
saying
how-
no,
I feel
no,
like-
no. I really want to ask that
and I'm
question.
gonna go
What
out
do
on a
you
limb.
want us to do?
I feel like when it comes black women are the most like disrespected and least
we're
taken
not
up for
saying it's
in this
not.
country. And when it comes to a black man, unfortunately, most of the time, I'll say 80% of the time, black men will take up for a white woman before they take up for a black woman.
Huh?
They'll put down a
I would
black
never.
woman.
Some part,
That's
20% there.
I'm about to say, if
Some
you
part
want to
20,
say 20% of black males and you got 5 black males
Maybe
right here,
60. I'll
that's
give you
crazy.
Okay,
60%.
so Gabby,
That's- That's 100% in this room.
if
That's
somebody,
full black
so you
I'm
saying,
not saying y'all specifically.
I'm
I'm
just
saying
saying.
y'all are the.
this is a nice.
I think I would
sample
take up for a woman.
Of course, you're marrying a black woman. I would hope you would.
I know a woman, not even like any
Not
woman.
just a black-
Yes, I understand that. But historically, who's the one that receives all of the backlash? Besides the black male, because the black male, like that's a whole whatever. That's a
I
whole
don't
thing.
think we're arguing that. I think you missed.
But
what
it
we
all
were
goes
saying.
into
No, it
this.
doesn't. But
I
what
feel
we're
it
saying,
does.
what we're saying is, what do women want us to do to support it?
That's
Why do
because-
women have to tell you that though? That's the
Ooh.
thing.
But like, if you don't
Why
tell
do
us
we
how
have
we
to-
gonna know?
We have to think.
No, but I'm
You gotta,
saying
like,
no. What
Put
like
on
just,
your drawers.
even
put
though
on
I'm
your
not
shirt,
even.
go to work. Take your vitamins.
You put
You
my
gotta say
dick-
Palmer.
Out
Hold
to
on,
the
side
park.
note.
We talking about. We talking about.
X, Y, and
checked
Z,
out.
you write
Huh?
this list so that you can know how to support
But
it.
how do
No,
you-
figure it out. The white men have figured out how to protect
No.
the white
What
women.
the
Wait,
fuck?
no.
Hold on.
We
Whoa.
talking about. We
Whoa.
talking about getting dressed.
What is the
Wait,
what does the
dressing? What you say, man? No.
what has the white man done to protect the black woman? I mean the white woman.
The white woman.
What does he do?
Yes.
What does he do?
Nothing.
He's all for
So,
himself.
He has
I
privilege?
watch this
Privilege?
blogger.
Stayed white.
Privilege?
Yes.
I
He
watch
stayed
this
white.
blogger called Funky Geneva, and he always has how
He funky. How can you listen to this?
When the white woman, like, they know how to play this role of like I'm the damsel in distress, and it reminds me of like Emmett Till. Like, she was like, "Oh my God, he's
So
looking
she
at me,"
accused
and they
him.
fucking killed him. Like
Yeah.
the white men killed him. Not saying that that's an example of anything, but I'm just saying like
I have
they
to,
were
I-
willing to
So
go
time
to that
out.
length.
All of us in here have. Well, I'm not sure about AJ, he might be a single young man. But all of us in here have a significant other, right? And they're strong black women.
Yeah.
So
Very
how
strong.
can you like really say that we're
I'm
like
not.
good.
Then
But-
here's
and
the
so
thing,
my- our
though.
question
You
is,
have to
what-
be able to
you're-
look outside of yourselves. I'm not talking about y'all because
But
I
this
know
is
women
a
like
sample
women.
size.
My
Like,
question,
I don't-
my question to you is what would
This is a
you?
sample
We still black
what would-
men.
I need-
Yeah, this
what
is a
would
small sample
women-
size.
What would women like us to do?
But this is
No,
what I'm
you're saying we shouldn't have to tell you everything.
How did
No,
this
that's-
turn
we
to
should
a man
not.
versus woman bashing?
I don't know.
It's
It always
when you
we
want
brought
to
Gabby.
support something, you know
brought
how
Gabby.
to support it.
I support
Amen?
it. I support my women full wholeheartedly.
How do you?
So why are you asking me? Well, how do
Because
I?
you
I
said-
don't know
you
how
You
to
said
we're
we
not
don't know
doing
how. You said we not doing
I
that.
know that's not what I'm saying. You asked the question, how do we support it? And I'm like, why do we have to tell you how to support us?
But you
Like,
just told
you were
us we
telling
didn't
us
do it
we're not.
enough.
So-
So what can we do more to help you?
Like
So
John
hold on.
said, maybe
What are you
we
doing
need to
in the
post
first place, though?
woman power every day on our Instagram.
Yeah, like
and
what-
It's like,
I'm
okay,
not
now
saying
they're
that.
doing
I'm
it.
not saying that. What are you doing in the first
So,
place?
and this is what you're probably thinking
Because-
right now. I'm about to break something down, right? So, as we say this, like Melvin said, what do we post? Woman power on our Instagram. You probably saying, so basically, we're being privilege in saying, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Do you feel
Yeah.
like that's privilege? And to me, I understand your argument, but you got to expound that for me to connect the dots, though.
Y'all sounding like white people right now. I'm so sorry.
Wow. No, we just trying to connect the
person
dots.
Wow.
Huh?
So what's the next question?
Yeah, that was about.
Yeah,
No.
No,
I-
you a dummy.
real.
That
That's
because
the
I
thing.
do not.
He's not gonna call me.
Right.
No.
I just
for
want-
real, let me break this down for y'all.
That's
I'll be
a
like, yeah,
compliment to me.
Tyrone, I'm
That's a
so sorry they
compliment.
wrote you up. I know it wasn't fair, and they only did it because you're black.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
We
What do you want me to
all
do?
said we support black women.
No, I understand where
Yeah,
you're coming from. I'm
So
just asking
support
you,
black, even
what
if you support black
do-
women, and you like, my support is there, but then you can't follow it up with like, what do y'all want me to do? Like
That's not what we
doesn't-
said. I
it's
said,
not-
what would it look like to you?
Okay, you personally said. I'm sorry, but you personally said that we weren't doing enough, and you
I
said
didn't say that.
But like you did.
No,
You-
I didn't. I said.
Run back the tape.
I'm sorry, we gonna check the game tape.
Hold on. I said this because y'all said, well, I don't know, like, what am I supposed to do I support black women, but what am I supposed to do to support them?
No, we're saying.
not saying
we're
that.
saying what do we
I
have to do
didn't
to
pose
prove
my
to
question,
you that
right.
we support it?
You
That's
don't
what
have
we're
to
saying.
prove it. You just have to be it. Like, just
And
be
we
it.
are being it at this table, all of us.
Okay, well then it's no.
And you saying it like it wasn't enough.
So you saying we need more?
He's on Google.
Because he's
What?
probably trying to figure out what you're saying.
I go to the next. Go to the next joint. We can talk about this for the rest of the
I'm
episode.
very
yo.
black and white. It's like either you support it or you don't.
All right.
I
You gotta
support
pick
it.
one.
No, we gonna bring you on for the
I
live.
definitely
Like I want this argument
Yeah, this
in
week-
the
yeah,
message.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring
Okay.
Erica on with her.
Yeah, we
Erica has
and
the-
the thing is, I support my
okay.
black woman. I'm gonna sum this up.
I do.
I support black
Okay,
women.
then that's
I support
it.
all the black women in my life. I do understand where you're coming from, and the reason why I say that because I think you're coming from a place that we don't have to do as much as you, and we get to kind of ride under the radar. I feel like that's the vibe you give me, and I do agree with that. Hence the post I posted the other night that caused a lot of uproar in our group chat. But anyway,
What was the post?
so you want? Okay, we didn't even want to go there.
Hey,
That's not. I want to go there.
They go to
So
network.
I understand where you're coming from, but at the same token, I think sometimes you do. I sometimes do want to know, like, help me help you.
So can I make one more statement before we move on?
And I hope
we
that
gonna-
don't
and then
sound
we
I'm
gonna
not
be
saying
talking
this for
about it?
I hope it
discussion.
don't.
I'm not saying this for discussion, but the black man does not even realize his support from
We're not gonna
like,
respond to this
white
comment.
people
I've been
or
quiet this whole
specifically
time.
white women is him being fetishized, and he thinks that's like genuine, like, oh my god, they love me, like, and he then turns on the black woman and leaves us here to be disrespected by ourselves.
We're not gonna comment. We're just gonna move to the next topic. 'Cause
That's all
I
I'm
think
gonna say. He's the black man is so like.
no, not that we
very-
don't want to comment,
he's fetishized,
but we can
like,
just keep going.
He is.
Yeah, not
'Cause
that we don't
we-
disagree
This
wholeheartedly,
second
but we just
point,
go
this
to
second
move
point
on.
is along
You agree
the lines of
wholeheartedly?
I disagree.
promiscuity, right? Damn, I'm
Wholeheartedly?
on a roll with that
Wholeheartedly.
word, bro.
Fetishize?
But it says children,
You don't think you're
children
fetish?
out of wedlock.
Fuck no.
You don't think black men are fetishized?
No, that sounds asinine to me.
What?
Yeah, what's the next topic? What's the next one?
You get it at the end.
How much of that
At the
internet?
end. All right, go ahead. So
Hold on, let me read it. Though.
Yeah, gotta watch my girlish figure.
Are you mixed?
With
How
what?
you mixed? What?
This
I
is
don't
drinking
know.
Diet Coke.
So only white people drink Diet Coke?
Oh.
I'm not saying
Only
you
white
have to
people-
believe in God, you're atheist.
Only white people
You
can be
drink a
atheists?
Diet Coke.
So black people can't be atheists or drink
Arian
Diet
Foster's
Coke?
an
Absolutely
atheist
can.
too.
You can be anything you want to be. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. So I don't believe in anything.
Why aren't you religious?
I think that religion is man-made. It's men organized.
That's a whole conversation. Oh, let's go to the next topic.
For the record, I did try to move on.
Yeah, all right, come on. What's the next
Yeah.
topic?
And he's like,
I'm
good.
She pulling us
ready.
back.
Hey, yo,
Yo.
that's
Can I move
that's
on?
that Wonder Woman lasso right there.
What's the next
lasso
topic?
of
though?
truth.
What's the next topic? What you got,
Yo,
Mel?
Mr.
Go ahead.
Gabby
Go ahead.
good. You good? Who's that?
What's in that drink?
Good.
That cranberry juice?
Who's that? So like I said,
Oh,
it
vodka.
goes into the next topic though. Like promiscuity goes into children out of wedlock. That's number 2, right? So this is what this article says. It says the term is brash, but it accounts for 70% of black children. Single parent homes are not something to aspire towards. Functional 2-parent homes are always better for a child.
I disagree
Haphazardly
with that.
bringing children into the world puts them at an immediate disadvantage.
The crazy thing is, on this topic, is only one person in here came from a single parent home. So, I don't know what I would say.
Well, she said.
Because I think,
Well,
Well,
she
what do you
said.
feel about children out of wedlock? Like,
I mean,
but
what's wrong with
in
it?
What's
general,
wrong with it?
What's wrong with
Yeah, I'm out of wedlock. What's wrong
talk
with
your
me?
shit.
You tell me.
talk your shit.
So, Ma, as somebody now, and I mean, let's not really throw you under the bus, but as somebody with a child out of wedlock, is it?
What's this wedlock?
Your daughter's gonna look at you funny, any kind of funnier.
No.
That like, is it that much of a problem? I guess
I'm out of wedlock.
I'm out of wedlock too. And
So am I.
How are you out of wedlock?
My parents got married. I was in my parents' wedding. I was like 4.
You got locked in?
Or I was born out of wedlock.
You got locked in. Right.
You got locked in though. Some people ain't get locked in.
I never got locked in.
You got locked in?
No, I ain't get locked in. Well, to my mom's new husband.
Oh, that's not locked in. That's not that's not your daddy's son. You ain't get locked in, bro. So what's the point that we having too many kids out of wedlock?
Yeah,
We just
that's what
No,
I'm
but
saying.
it's making it seem like it's problematic.
It's very. They saying.
Well,
what
it's
they're saying
problematic
is-
not
they're
having
saying
the proper
these
support
kids
system around the
didn't
child.
get- So that's
But
what they're
does
saying.
the support system have to look like 2-parent homes?
It doesn't.
So that's where I'm.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
But
But
you have to understand, raising a child is so
It is.
serious. Like
It
it's
is.
so.
I think it
serious.
takes a village.
Takes a
Children
village.
take everything in.
So-
Like,
that was takes a village.
So okay, so what do you say to rape victims?
Whoa.
They have to raise their kids.
See the rest of that statement.
I'm gonna
So
say-
what do you say to rape
Finish that
victims
thought.
that have a kid?
Finish the whole thing.
obviously, a 2-parent household is not always possible. Like it's not reality. However, all I'm saying is that children are so sensitive and they take everything in.
I got you.
And me myself being a very sensitive child, and I'm very smart, and I took everything in. I know this firsthand. Like some people, like I've seen fucked up adults just based off of their childhood, like based off of where they grew up.
I seen that inside of a out of wedlock and not out of wedlock.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
that's what I was about to say. I was about to say it's like you can't say just because somebody has a 2-parent household that that 2-parent household isn't toxic.
I'm
But
about
it
to say.
doesn't help.
I'm about to say because
And
I
then-
feel
and
like
they
Still be living together.
I feel like a lot of like these school shootings with these Anglo-Saxon shooters, they have 2-parent households, and
Well,
I
that's
ain't mean to
That's
laugh.
what- I mean that's my point.
And
So
I'm
that's what
like,
saying.
so, I
That-
mean-
that point in the article is making is like I understand they trying to say usually a 2-parent household is better for people.
They should just set up. They should just set a support system. They should.
I'm gonna say,
2-parent
cause you can have a 2-parent household, but
So
but
I
one of the
think-
parents be absent all the time.
I think if you are a product of a non-2-parent household, a child out of wedlock, I think that's can be offensive question
It was a very offensive question.
because you feel as though like I did nothing to be out of wedlock.
It wasn't my fault.
I was trying to
it's
get.
not
It was
but-
my
the
truth.
child's fault.
So
but-
the child didn't ask
It's
to
not
be
your
here.
fault.
So you,
But I think
but you're projecting issues
Yeah.
onto them
So
based
this
off of the
article
way
is
they
trying
got
to
into
say
the
I'm
life.
exactly
not
what John is saying.
Wait, what?
This article is trying to
You're
say
projecting.
exactly
You're
Let me read,
projecting.
'cause hold on. I'm not projecting. I think I'm a little bit jaded when it comes to this situation because I've seen a grown man who's my age and I'm 27 just so affected by the way that he grew up and it not being a 2-parent household, and I've seen how that affected him and just like I just see how bad it could go.
I'm gonna be
and
like
how
Palmer, say
those
personal
cycles-
accountability.
And I was talking about somebody, like talking to somebody about this last week, ancestral karma.
I
is
do not
fucking
agree with
real.
Palmer's
So that's a
views.
cycle that repeats itself over and
No,
over
you're right.
and over again.
I get that, but I think
My
you taking
grandmother
that.
wasn't married when she had my mother. My mother wasn't married when she had
So
me.
what is not being married when
I
you have a
got
kid
that.
do? What does that do? Because my oldest brother, he was half wedlock like you, and
Ooh.
Half
wedlock.
wedlock.
she said you
I
wasn't.
get it, but
calling
that's a term.
Well, he was half
You
wedlock.
have an out of wedlock who you are.
No, he's
not
saying
half.
he got in.
I get what he's saying.
He got locked in.
He got locked in.
But like he was half wedlock. So like you, are you? So that's what I'm trying to figure out. I think it's
parents get
just a
married
matter.
after the fact.
I think you can. And my fiance, she was in wedlock and then out. So sometimes people.
Not now. Like,
No.
you born into
I mean-
wedlock or you not.
But the thing is, if the
Yo,
parent
locked in,
Yeah,
goes,
if they separate right,
if
they
the
have
parent
you.
goes,
You see what I'm saying? Like,
That's
what
what
if they
I'm saying.
divorce after they have you?
you can't put it on a parent.
So you started in wedlock.
You started in wedlock, but the next day you out. Yeah. So,
Right, so-
so you still consider you in
still out of
wedlock?
I
Yeah.
think it only. So
Come-
this
how
it
did- how did-
only pertains
how
to
can we get in the wedlock?
when the baby's in the womb and coming out, right?
I don't know, yo, because if you get locked up one day and the next day, guess what? You still locked up.
You know what? I feel like
There you
it's
go.
not about marriage.
Two
It's
motherfucking
like
shit.
an intention and like,
So you say you should have kids with intention.
yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Shit happens.
With
Sometimes
intention.
it just don't work that way
Nah,
though.
shit happens, and then when that baby fucked up, and then he like that
So
16-year-old
do
that
you
ran
believe
over
in
that
abortion?
police officer and going to jail for the rest of his life. Then everybody confused.
believe in
like,
abortion?
no. If you gotta do what you gotta do. I absolutely
So
do.
you pro-choice.
Absolutely. I mean, I
We
feel
can
like
we can actually.
you can avoid it.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually say let's move to the next topic.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Before we
Because
go too
abortion
deep
is
in
not
that,
something I want
We're
to
gonna
do.
keep hitting the next button in this episode.
You're
Yeah,
a step.
that shit
Thank you.
crazy.
What's next?
Atheist Diet Coke.
Shout out to Yvonne. She said life don't work like that.
Okay, Yvonne.
Which part she talking
Give
about,
us something to
though?
talk
I'm
about,
curious.
though.
You got a question, Yvonne?
Yeah, tell us.
She got
Yeah,
the link.
what part are you referring to, Yvonne?
She probably talking about the last segment.
We're addressing that at this point. The second,
Gabby asked me if I was black because I drink Diet Coke.
Who drinks Diet
I mean, you used to
Coke?
drive a caddy too, yo. So
I like
That's
ginger ale a lot.
crazy.
I love
I love Diet Coke.
What is wrong with
It's
you?
better for calories, though.
Yeah.
Ginger ale is delicious.
Yeah,
I
Diet
love
ginger ale
it.
is
man,
delicious
only
too.
white
Wanna
people count
make-
calories, yo. So-
right, black people don't count. That's question number 10, yeah. About the
Health, poor health.
yeah, black people health
I
problem.
know we're going to hit all of this.
So
The sugars.
Black people don't count calories. That's why we
Guys,
lead.
go in order.
That's why we lead in
We are going.
diabetes
So
and
number
shit.
three.
I know you're not trying.
It's fear of commitment, right?
Oh, I got a lot to say.
Oh, wow.
Without the ability to commit to one another in marriage, it is impossible to revitalize a community.
I think that's a part of
It's the
nation building.
First step in rebuilding families and setting standards for structure.
I think I agree with some of that, but also I think
She
sometimes.
said, Lord. Yo, no, my bad.
So say that again, Mel.
All right, I'll read it one more time.
Yeah.
Number 3 is fear of commitment.
All right.
Without the ability to, I'm sorry, let me start over because that came out wrong. Without the ability to commit to one another in marriage, it is impossible to revitalize a community. It's the first step in rebuilding families and setting standards for structure.
But who's a fear of commitment?
But
Most real
everybody
niggas not a
meant
fear of
to
commitment
be
though.
married.
We're
Wait,
talking
I'm
about
sorry.
black people. This article is
I said most real
specifically
niggas not a fear of commitment.
Yeah.
If they find a person they really care about.
Though.
No. All right, go ahead.
I'm killing these ad-libs.
Yeah,
I'm killing ad-libs.
me right
He don't like getting ad libs.
He's like, I'm the ad-lib guy. Like, what you doing?
Because I can't hear it. I can't hear it.
Black men love to fear commitment. I'm just gonna put it out there.
You gotta stop making them generalizations.
I'm sorry. Not all black men love to fear. Some.
Tell us
I've
how
been
you-
in
So
a
we said
relationship.
Wait, AJ was about to say
Commitment.
something. What would you
And
say?
I
Say
said
what
that
you was gonna
because I
say.
can't say like white men because
But-
I don't date white men.
But what about everybody's not meant to be married? Like,
Yeah.
I agree.
Everybody
just
don't believe
because
in
I don't
monogamy,
marry
man.
you doesn't mean I like don't care about you.
Yeah.
Maybe I just love my own space. Like just
But
having my
commitment could
own.
be just like
Saying you're my girlfriend.
being monogamous. Yeah, like to one person.
Why-
Everybody's
if you
not
don't
down
wanna
for
be married,
monogamy,
why would
yeah.
you be
Yeah.
monogamous?
It could be open.
Then leave
yeah.
her alone.
No, y'all can have open
No,
relationships.
because I still want you in my
You can-
life. I
If
just
a
don't
woman
want
Only
you.
one type of relationship.
If she wants monogamy and you don't, and you keep dealing with her, and she tells you like this
Oh,
is
you gotta
what
move
I
on.
want, and you're like I don't want this, but I don't want to leave you alone. That's very selfish.
It is.
That's fine.
I can agree with that.
That's
I agree
fine.
with that.
So a lot of men are like that.
I don't think.
A lot of people like that.
A lot of people.
I think commitment.
It's not
It's not just
like
men.
reduced down to a gender. A
I
lot
don't
of
know.
people.
Y'all really think black
Okay, a
men,
lot of people
black
are
people
like that.
I'm not
are
gonna say not all
scared of
niggas.
commitment?
I don't think that's.
I
a-
think it's
that's
less
a-
commitment. I think it's more so people aren't willing to do what it takes to make a commitment
Work.
last.
Yeah. Sacrifice.
It's
Compromise,
sacrifice.
yeah.
It's compromise.
Yeah,
But
people-
also, you have to be self accountable. This is where I
Yeah.
will be like Palmer. You do have
What the
to
fuck?
be psych.
Wait, it's a big up.
that was a big up, yo.
All right, y'all.
Damn, he don't-
They don't even like compliments.
Not coming from you, yo.
I'm giving the ad libs. I'm giving the compliments. Come on, yo.
Just
You
go
want no
ahead, yo.
sugar and there's
Say
no
it.
sugar Coke.
Yo, just go ahead and say your part, yo.
No, I was gonna say like for example, what did I say?
I don't know. You was talking about self accountability.
Yeah. Anyway, so I think you just got to be self accountable, understanding like your part in the role, and also I think people just don't.
Yeah, you also need to communicate your intentions.
You say communicate-
I'm reading the live.
Yvonne.
Yeah,
said
you
that.
right.
What do you mean by communication intentions, Yvonne?
What
gotta
you want?
say
What you
something.
want with the person? Like, when, as
Yeah,
far
your
as-
expectations, yo.
like,
Just,
what-
I feel like you should.
Okay,
lead the
so once
person
you-
on.
Don't lead a
Yeah.
person on,
You're
nigga.
dating somebody, they're gonna ask you what your intentions are.
Right.
Is it just for a fun time or
A
is it for a
fling?
long time?
Yeah. Are we just fuck buddies? Or
So if you communicate, so if you, yeah, that was great. That was great. Dad, we taking Palm off his square. We getting all the ad libs in the comments. He like, yo, what do I say?
Yeah, I don't know what to say no more.
No, but you do need to communicate.
Yeah.
But
I will admit that we suck at communicating at times. I know
Yeah,
me
you gotta
personally. I can
communicate
say.
effectively. Well,
Yeah.
you know you can't communicate.
What'd you say?
Go ahead.
You a bitch? What?
you communicate with your bro. That's all
Yeah,
it is.
it's elementary.
No,
That's what
yeah,
I'm
and sometimes that's tough. Because I just think sometimes I live in my own head, and that's not good.
Yeah, so
It's a
I mean,
Virgo
just to
trait,
go
yeah.
back to
It is a
this.
Virgo trait,
It's
but
a
I'm not
Virgo
gonna use it as a cop out. But I do live in my own head,
Ain't a cop out. It's just
That's
how
fact.
life is, yo.
and I literally have everything played out. Like I can think about everything. It's just in my head. Like I knew.
So
what you,
this part of this article is saying, so it's saying
Well,
without the
marriage.
ability to commit to one another, you can't revitalize a community.
So I think that's based off of very traditional roles.
Yeah.
I think that's based off of very traditional ideology, and I think that's based off of the fact that it's other ways to rebuild a nation besides traditional marriage.
I agree.
Marriage helps. I'm not gonna lie to you because I think.
Yo, can you stop raising your hand?
Yo, just jump in. Just slide the mic to you. Just put your mouth on the
I
mic.
was gonna say this goes back to all the way back to slavery because they always say, slavery.
We go back to slavery a lot on this
Fuck
podcast.
We black.
The black man. So the black family, even if it doesn't.
The black family was the pinnacle, and we did destroy that.
It wasn't a pinnacle.
It was the pinnacle of our existence at one point.
Maybe back in Africa, but in slavery.
Not here.
The black man was abused by,
Hold on. Back in Africa?
the structure of slavery.
I don't think in Africa they
He
really doing that whole
then abused
monogamy.
the black
Then
man
we got
by
kicked
turning
off
on
live.
her.
Y'all fucked it up.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Gabby.
So
Hold on. So Ace.
no, yeah, I was about to say. So,
what he
so
say?
no, he's trying to go. He's trying to. I'm not saying.
So
I'm
will
saying,
marriage
I'm
help
not-
the
I don't know if it's
community?
hate, I'm sorry. I can't.
Will marriage help the
It's
community?
not necessarily
Gabrielle.
marriage. It's more, like you said, intention. It's the intention. Like,
So why?
So this is like she said. This is more traditional. Like this, I think. This
That's
is
very
what
a
I'm
traditional
saying.
way
It's
of
not
thinking.
like
more
the-
so. It's more so.
Yo, when was that article put out?
2010.
Okay, so it's dated, yo.
So it's
very
basically,
All right, no one
saying,
thinks
like,
like
if, you,
that
if
no
people
more.
don't get married,
It's
people don't have
2018.
kids.
Yeah.
And if people don't have kids,
So-
you can't
can't
build a
revitalize
community.
I want to hear
community,
from
yeah.
the youngest guy in the room.
how old
All
are you?
right,
AJ?
so I'll start
I'm
talking
20.
to them youngest guy.
You're 20.
Yeah.
All right, so
I knew you was about to say.
what's your,
Hey,
I'm-
yo,
what's your
that's-
views?
that's
What you think?
disrespectful.
I know we talking, but what's your views, yo?
I mean,
It's a bro.
like I said before, like everybody's not meant to be married, but at the same time,
Millennials.
how are you gonna have a healthy relationship? I understand sometimes like it's healthy. It's a healthier way
Right,
to like
right.
have a relationship with somebody, but at the same time, it's
It doesn't necessarily have to be monogamy.
why be in a marriage if you're gonna be
Yeah.
unhappy?
Segue.
So it's like, yes, I can communicate my intentions to you, but at the same, you can't be unhappy that I don't want to be married. I mean, like it's unmutual. Then things might not work out, but like it's okay. I feel like it's okay to coexist. It's okay
Yeah.
to like
Co-occupy. You don't
Yeah.
necessarily be married with a contract.
Right, nigga.
Well, yeah.
AJ, we shacked up.
I feel like
Common law. I think
Common
think
law marriage, yo.
You
don't
just
sign
gotta
no
be.
contract.
I just think you gotta. I don't want to discredit the way people live. I think you gotta be careful when you're telling somebody the way they live is wrong.
Yeah.
And being judgmental, coming from like I'm telling you, the most judgmental ass nigga you ever met. You gotta be careful. You just gotta consistently check yourself. Cause sometimes
Before
you
you
just
wreck
need to just
yourself.
work on yourself.
it's not wrong, but I just feel like when it comes to children, like they're very sensitive. It's I don't know.
What's up, Bree?
Oh, what's up, Bree?
Okay. Drop
Uh-oh.
drop a
Is that your
comment.
girlfriend?
Yeah.
I love her. I was just telling Sharad,
too.
I love her energy.
Me too.
Hey, Bree. I mean, I only met her that one time, but
Wait a minute.
Hey, yo, hey, Bree, yo, update your emojis, yo.
Update her.
All right, go
Check
ahead.
the Donald
yo.
Trump emoji
Y'all
still,
know we
yo.
go.
Look like a Simpson.
All right, go to the next topic. Go to the next topic. yo.
Wow, that's a whole nother
Yeah,
dynamic.
that's a whole nother
Damn,
dynamic.
yo.
No,
Get that yellow hand out of here.
Me too.
No,
ooh, can I say
that
the
was
next
my
one?
ad lib. Yeah,
Oh no,
sure.
no. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't mean to take
Yeah,
your
she took
moderator
over
role.
the show.
Go ahead.
She did.
It's
She
your
did
show.
that last time. It's all good though.
Ooh, shade.
She said
y'all the bomb.
Like tick tick.
Okay.
No, you are.
Oh, you are.
They're trying to get hella brownie points, yo.
this weekend.
All right.
Hella deflection.
Number 4, right, is lack of education, which is which
Man, we talked about this last week, yo.
I mean, that's why we was late
So
today.
let's read it.
Cause an
I was
uneducated
punctual.
nigga, huh?
I was punctual. I was here.
But
The
I missed.
uneducated nigga was handling the engineering,
Oh yeah.
and we got an engineer at the table.
No, I'm not that type of engineer. yo. I just type on the computer. Yo. I don't plug shit in. Yeah. Oh.
Elitist, god damn.
We said we wasn't gonna throw
Yo,
that
I'm
out
just
there
letting
on the
everybody know
podcast.
Mel is a newfound elitist. He's just
cousin
this
Mel,
podcast
yeah.
has helped him find his elitist.
He's on my
niche.
side, yo. He's on my side.
Somebody said I don't agree with marriage, but I do believe
union.
a
Yeah, common
union
law.
would
Yo,
be a
co-occupy.
start.
Who's that? Ace double E. N?
I think
That's a good point though. It is
I
a good
agree.
start.
Yeah.
I agree.
But like AJ said, it's not.
How can you like his
family-wise.
comment? Can you like his comment?
I
Then
mean,
you shouldn't start that type of thing. The
I don't
problem
know how
is
to-
a
I
lot
don't
of
e-
people start that
how
type
do
of
I download
situation and
Instagram?
then be like, well, I don't want that. Well, it's too
yeah,
late.
but
how
You
do you
already
know
started
Yeah,
it.
the iPhone would be easy.
Oh,
Like
what
a dumbass.
would you like to say, AJ?
I thought we was going to the next topic.
Yeah,
We
kinda
keep
like
getting
step
brought
by
back.
step.
Yo, who keep bringing us back, yo?
Lack of education.
Gabby.
Oh,
So saying having the
Gabrielle
education
Myers.
unlocks doors and shatters glass
Oh,
ceilings.
not my whole name on the list.
Graduating high school is something normal, and earning
Something
at least
normal.
one college degree should be expected.
Expected.
Expected
yeah.
G.
No,
I wasn't here.
I know.
Technically, associates is a college degree.
It is.
An associate's is a college
Two-year
degree.
college degree.
2 years.
It don't say
Well,
what
she
kind.
not saying it is.
At least one college degree. should be
At
expected.
least.
Education
I have
is something
an
to be
opinion on
valued, and we must learn to see the benefit in opportunity cost.
But what if
It is better to spend your years in college than
so much
simply
more.
working a
I
menial
agree.
job.
I never worked a
We
menial job,
must
so
set ourselves
I did work it
up
off the
to
deep
build careers.
She sound like
rather
an
than
elitist
hold
right
jobs.
now.
And here's
I'm
why
What
I
if-
agree.
Uh-oh.
Because I have this conversation with my friend all the
I
time.
had this
I talk
conversation
to
with
my
my
friend
friend all the time,
all the time. Sade, I don't know if she's on this live. She may not be. I don't know. Shout out Jen and T, the blog, whatever.
What's up?
She's on
Anyway.
here.
What's
She
up,
was
Pete
on
Michael?
College teaches you things. It teaches you things that you
Nah.
just do not learn otherwise. I swear, like I've had plenty of friends,
All right.
and I can
I'm
always
a-
tell the difference between the
I'm a
ones that
glean
went to
from
college
that.
and the ones that didn't. Like down to the simple, like how to give a handshake. I learned that in college. Like
You
you
can
do
learn
not
that in-
give a limp
So
handshake.
I'm a glean with that, and I like
So you definitely gonna learn everything on Google.
Ibohim's
That's Yvonne.
Not Google. Wait a minute.
Okay, so I like what Gabby said because actually after y'all episode, it kind of unliked me a little bit when y'all was saying something about it taught a lot of life skills. Because actually, as I thought about it,
You don't have those life skills.
no, that's not what I'm saying. It took me a different
Shots. Pew, pew.
bitch ass nigga. The life skills were harder. You attain them in a different rate, and you also aren't attaining them in the same route. So it's actually harder sometimes because you're not attaining them life skills. You know how easily you attain them, and you didn't even know you were attaining them.
Send the article again.
Post the article again.
So-
I sent it to
Somebody
you, Yvonne.
comment.
I sent it to you last week.
No, she's.
She just wants to
My-
put it-
my
we
voice
gonna
is
put it-
necessary.
No,
She
we
no,
gonna
she
post
wants
Y'all
it-
gonna
us
look
to
at the
do
IG
it.
Yeah,
live
we're
and not
gonna
care about my
post it
shit.
We're gonna post it in
Fuck
the
all
live.
y'all.
In the
What y'all
live
saying?
again.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to do it.
And we'll post it for everybody that's listening on SoundCloud.
And post my
Google Play, and all
new
that. We'll
IG,
post it.
yo.
And how about
Post
everybody
my
that's
new
live?
IG, yo.
Tell everybody else we live so we can
Yeah,
get
yo.
like
You
20,
only got
30,
6
40
niggas watching,
people
yo.
likes, man. We trying to get money out here, man. We got a studio now.
Wait,
Yeah, we
stop.
got the
I
bag.
bet- Yeah, coming from college.
Damn, I was like,
Guys, we want to hear from the guy that's in college.
Oh yeah,
He's
I'm a
currently
junior.
in college.
It's been rough, but basically, like I just feel like, for me personally, I love music, so I don't technically need a degree for what I want to do, unless I want to teach or something like that, and also acting. Like I don't need a
Don't read
degree
me.
for what I want to do, but at the same time, it has taught me a lot. It has taught me a lot, in my social life. But at the same time, I feel like you can get that outside of college. Like, especially, it is worth
great-
That's what I
worth
said
saving the
last
money. Like,
episode.
honestly,
Right.
like, I being in class sometimes I'm just like, why am I paying for this? Sometimes,
Yeah, the
like,
student
but I mean,
loans.
I'm still gonna do it because I'm so far in, and I'm not gonna.
Yeah. So I think this what you said, AJ, is kind of going along with our
comment.
live viewers.
Yeah, they saying
What
you
about
graduate
a
from college and you
degree
don't get
now getting
a
a
job in
government
your field.
That happens.
Happens
I mean,
too
that
often.
Yeah, that happens
But
a
so
lot.
what I'll say to that is, I think it's still beneficial though.
Yeah, 'cause
Even
you're gonna need a
college,
college degree to
like,
wash
you still,
dishes now.
Like, you still learn some intangible, like you learn
The
in
intangible
class. You
skills.
gotta learn teamwork. You gotta learn how
Problem
to
solving.
be
I mean, you can learn
problem
that.
solvers.
You
You
can
gotta
learn
learn
that.
on dates.
Outside.
You
How to
gotta
write
learn
songs,
management,
how to make
present.
presentations.
So there is a
Yep.
lot
I
of
learned that in
stuff
high
that
school.
you get in
No,
college that even
not
if
to
you
the
don't get
level
a job
in
in your
college.
field, I think it's still
IDC's.
still
Beneficial.
good.
College is a job before you have a job. Before
What?
You have a job.
It is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Wow, you had
College
a job.
athlete is a job. Being a college athlete, I'm like, yeah.
Oh, no,
I could do
college
that shit.
athletes are real.
College
like,
athletes.
Shout out
is a
to
real
the
job.
college athletes out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Shout out
right
to
here.
Doug. It's the only one college athlete I
No,
know.
I'm
So
right
shout
here.
out to Doug.
I'm right here.
Hope you repost this.
said he right here.
Where was your college athlete at Bowie?
He ain't go to Bowie. He went to
IDC?
Yeah, I went to Bowie.
Lil Romeo and Baz
he
the
went
P
to
joint?
satellite
I'm
campus.
saying with the
Nah.
satellite campus boy.
Oh.
No, he just said that because niggas didn't know me up there. I just stayed to myself.
You was Melvin
He
homeboy?
played on the flag football team, Ultimate
I
Frisbee.
don't like
team.
all
Flag
the
football
He didn't
team.
I don't like all this attention
I
I'm getting
thought-
right now.
Oh, you don't?
Ooh, good one. Number 5 though, right? Number 5, excessive cursing.
Ooh.
I couldn't disagree with this.
I feel like that's a
Wholeheartedly.
So hold on,
Hey,
what
what
about
I
it?
gotta say?
Say that.
I read
Fuck,
shit.
fuck that shit.
Bitch.
Just invited a bunch of people to watch. Thank you, P. Michael.
Thank you, P.
I
Michael.
just-
We
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank you.
We appreciate you. The excessive cursing.
He gonna hush me on that shit, right? Okay, go ahead.
So, cursing excessively displays an inability to articulate.
Wow.
Oh, that's a motherfucking lie.
A point.
Honestly, cussing accentuates the point. Because if you had a bitch at the end of a sentence, you know what?
That's
That
like
shit went
exclamation point.
That shit went from like a 5 to like a 15, just like that in one word.
Right.
Y'all didn't let me finish.
We heard enough, yo. We heard enough.
man.
ready to
In attempting to prove a point, it sounds ignorant and dim-witted.
dim-witted. Some people will take you there though.
So I'm not gonna lie to you.
Get better.
Oh, you
You
said
have
take
to
it
get
in.
real